Right, Wes, what's your last name?
WULF.
Hey, are you close? Okay, all right. Okay, thank you. She's on her way in.
One of the commissioners?
I know I wrote that thing for the last 7 years.
I have one on.
Are we gonna wait, Dawn?
Hmm?
Are we gonna wait?
She's walked out, she's outside.
Oh, okay.
So hot right
I work
now.
out of our Watertown office. Is this where I'm supposed to sit?
Yep.
Yeah, I work out of Watertown office. I live north of Watertown, about 16 miles, so.
You guys
We're
up
gonna put Greg
there
first.
last year ago, I guess, like you're gonna meet that.
The fall meeting, the county one?
No, it was the spring, it was in the spring.
Last year I
Yeah,
was.
state convention.
Last year I was at the spring
Yeah.
convention.
Yeah,
Yeah. I found out today that it's tomorrow in Pierre.
yeah, but it's not, it's just for auditors, right?
Yeah.
No, for auditors, treasurers, and
Yeah.
elected officials, but
Right.
not you guys.
Right,
So we're gonna we have to finish these minutes right here real fast. This will only take about 10 minutes at least, and then we got you on.
We're good.
But up there, the guy I talked to said they don't do this security stuff for free.
That'd be Mike Waldner at Secure SD. He's based out at DSU in Madison.
yeah, and they did that. They hooked up and, yeah, we did that.
Yeah, that's all they really have.
They did a project border fence assessment.
We had a
Did they do that?
penetration, yeah, that.
When did they do that?
Wasn't it the last meeting?
Okay, fairly soon.
Yeah, because then that guy, he's no longer with us, really tall. Yeah,
Oh, he's no longer with them?
no, that one guy isn't with us. Walter is, all
Mike
that,
is,
yeah. That,
Okay.
that tall guy that was here, he's already gone.
Died?
No, moved on to a better project.
Okay.
So,
Okay, let's call the meeting of the Buffalo County Commissioners to order, please. If we could rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, I need a motion to accept the agenda.
and there was a slight addition to it, but I'm gonna add it, that governor's letter, I put it out there last
Yeah.
month. We should probably just view it, just kind of see what our intent is to do with it, but I just put it under 11D, so it'll be the same. I think you guys have the newest copy.
Yeah.
So I think you could go.
Okay,
Second.
all in favor? Thank you. Approve the previous minutes from the last meeting.
And I had sent all of
Yeah,
them.
I don't
Yep.
have any corrections.
Okay, so
I'll move to accept.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, we're going to exit the commissioners' meeting for a moment or two and review and approve the Board of Equalization minutes and close the books. So,
Okay. So I got some answers to some of the questions we had last time. One, Grant and Gray Hill, they have east and west. Those are on that map, but they're together. So it's all of Grant and all of Gray Hill.
okay,
So values,
So will that be corrected or is it gonna be like
Yep.
that all?
yeah, it's correct. Yep.
No, but will it be corrected so that it's split that way or are we just gonna combine them both?
I think,
There's a difference between the two.
right, well, it's the whole Grant and the whole Gray Hill that I have on my map. And that map's made from the reports that Ultra spits out, so I can put on the map all, east and west.
Okay.
Or I can talk to Ultra Two and see if they can split the two out.
But that's the only one we got like that. I guess that's my,
Two
why
different
I was kind
townships,
of
yeah.
wondering.
Yeah. Values on property throughout the county, all the same. No matter of ownership, deeded acres, tribal, the whole thing.
It's all
Value
figured
applies.
in.
Yep. So it's soil productivity, so it applies to all.
How about that individual, like the townships over there, is the tribal lands figured into that?
Yep, that's all, that's the value of the acre, so. And then Jeff and Sioux Falls, there's no special formula for irrigated land. I checked on that. Said it's it's a management decision to do that. So it's there again, it's based off of soil productivity. So, yeah, might be worth a little more because it's irrigated to sell on the open market, but from a productivity standpoint,
Same stuff.
it's figured all in, so, so that was 3 of the questions we had last time. One other question we had, we can close the same day. If there's no appeals, no other business, we can close the same day. However, Department of Revenue did tell me that there were 2 other counties this year that had something pop up. They left their books open too, and something popped up, and we're the 3rd. So there was something that popped up. We got a elderly assessment freeze
Yeah,
from the treasurer's office, and
yeah, I
So-
emailed it to you guys too.
long story short, they apply through the treasurer's office. There is a deadline. If the deadline is missed, they can come in front of the board. If it's approved, then it's abated and a whole bunch of other administrative stuff. They qualify. They've met the deadline. They started the process in January. So the best thing to do and what was recommended to me was bring it up in front of the Board of Equalization. Coincidentally, we're still open. And it would be a board change if approved. So I found the base year, the year they turn 65, and I found the value for that year that applies and how to do all this in Ultra so that it all comes out right. So my recommendation is they do qualify and that we approve and again, it's just like the veterans, it's confidential. So I can't mention parcel number or legal or name or anything, so. But they
This
do
was the
qualify.
first one that's,
Yeah. that
since
we've ever
Janice
done.
has been around, that we even know that's ever
Yeah.
happened. So I think
First
Never
one.
been since
never,
I've been
never
here.
been
But,
done.
how does she feel about doing it? I know she kind of lacks the skills sometimes.
Well,
Is she willing to?
Yep,
Is she
everything
willing?
was submitted. It
Yep,
was
and
just
she-
late, but everything was
Yep.
submitted.
so they don't have to come in front of the board. And the reason for that is because the DOE books are still open, so we can handle it with the equalization
No, but I'm
board.
talking about her doing that because, it took 20 years to get a
Oh, yeah.
Her
card-
portion,
get a
her
card
portion's
machine
done.
here, so-
Her portion is done.
Yeah,
Good.
it was a learning experience for all of us.
Was.
It was.
Well, it's our first one.
Yep.
So you need a motion to approve?
Yes.
I'll move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed.
And that was just for the elderly freeze,
Yes.
The
correct?
elderly
Okay.
assessment freeze.
And each
And
one
last
will
for the
come,
rest
and
of
each,
your life then, huh?
You got to apply every year.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Then
By April 1st.
so
by
next
April
year we
1st.
might have more, we don't know.
Yep.
You just opened it up.
The elderly assessment freeze is based on income. The disabled veteran exemption is based off assessed value. So income can change, as can assessed value, but if income changes, that's why they got to apply every year. So,
Yes.
and that should conclude the Board of Equalization business.
Do you have to settle on that with
I need to.
But like if he did it this year, then like if he did it every year, 5 years from now, the assessment would still.
It's frozen.
Still
Yeah.
accurate.
At the year that they turned 65. So I went back to the valuation history, got that value on 1 acre and the structure, the house and attached garage, and that's the value that's frozen. Till they no longer qualify.
Do you have to do a first and second for your? I think you do.
I think we did.
No, that was just for the freeze. I think you have to do it for
to close.
Mhm.
Yep.
I need a motion to close the books on the DOE.
Yes.
All in favor?
Uh,
Motion passed. Okay, Two Trees representative, Greg Richter.
Well, thank you, folks. Appreciate you having me here today. Talk a couple things. We're gonna talk about the managed services support program, and then afterwards, we'll just touch base on the Secure SD government email solution. First thing on the managed services program, we've been doing it very well for probably about 6 to 8 years now. We've got probably, just guessing, 35 counties on the program now. Most of them have been on for at least 6 years. We've gone through a few renewals. It is a priority support program that we give the customers. What we do is a focus is on security. So not sure did you do the report on the border fence yet? Have you got results yet?
Yeah, we got the result.
Did pretty good on it?
Yep.
Okay.
There was just 2 hits, whatever they call that, 2
Okay.
penetrations in
Okay.
regards to it.
So what
Attempts.
our main focus is security on the program. So it's what we do. We constantly update. So the firewall, you got a SonicWall firewall. If there's firmware updates, we make sure those get applied on a regular basis. Your network switch is also a device that needs updates firmware for security reasons and operations. PCs, we actively monitor all the patch management on them. So when there's new security patches and releases sent out from Microsoft, we actually have a management system that we push those out on a constant basis. In the event we have servers, we hold servers. You don't have one yet, but when the new Ultra software comes, you will need a server. Those we hold for about 2 weeks because on a critical device as a server, there has been at times a firmware glitch. So we make sure it's a good firmware patch before we apply those on servers. So that's the main focus on that. Endpoint security with our RMM, we've got a new Two Trees managed services program, used to be ConnectCare. We've made some changes with Two Trees. We've invested in a new, it's called an RMM management package. We're including a security stack of software that's included in on the pricing. So what you get there is endpoint security. So right now, I think we have Trend Micro, I believe.
Right.
That goes away. So your endpoint security will be within the managed services to help protect the computers. That's just basically a anti-threat protection on the computer. So that'll be included. We can get rid of the Trend. And we also have what's getting to be mandatory now, mainly for like the sheriff, state's attorney can maybe attest to that, but we're including Rocket Cyber EDR and SIEM software. We feel that's pretty much mandatory now, especially for our managed services customers. EDR software is error, detect, and respond. So it's a behavioral learning software that runs on all the machines, including your firewall. So it watches your firewall because that's where everything comes into the network is on the firewall. So is what we do that manages it and it kind of learns people's behavior. So if they're all of a sudden it detects an inside unauthorized login attempt, or if there's a rogue IP trying to get into the system, that EDR software will detect that and block it. Now, if they do, people are very smart, bad actors, malicious threats, very smart. If they get into the system and it detects it, the EDR software will actually pinpoint that. And there is a SOC team that runs 24/7 where actually individuals, if there's alert triggered to them, they will actually ping the machine and try and clear out that bad actor or push them out of the system. If they cannot, they immediately shut the system down and lock it out, which will help prevent any further spread into the system. So if your Ultra software is on the Treasure and your machine happens to get compromised, if they can at least lock it out and stop it before they can get to the important data, that's what they do. They lock it out. There'll be alerts going out. So we'll obviously either remote in or we'll probably send somebody in a vehicle to come here, pick up the machine, clean it up, make sure it's clean, and then put it back into production. So that's what the EDR software does. Very good.
Just locks out the one computer, or does it lock up the whole courthouse?
Just the one, just the one. So it'll lock it out and prevent it from spreading if there is a compromise to that point. Case point, it has happened a few times and it's worked. The SEAM software, that's basically part of the EDR. That's what it's recording everything. So it's just a tally and recording information on all the systems. So in the event we have a bad cybersecurity event, if you want to file a claim with your insurance company, there's all the data you have to provide that. If it goes to the point of having an investigation done or an investigation is ordered, that's all the information of what transpired. So they can use that during an investigation or an insurance claim. So very good software. We're adding that to the program. We feel it's a very good add-on to it. Priority repairs. So you're at the top of our list as the managed services customer. If you have any errors or any issues at all, we pretty much critical. We got different steps. Critical, the server goes down, can't run. That's almost immediate response. We're getting somebody remoting into it. If they can't fix it remotely within a reasonable time of day, it's typically 8 to 5 yet. But we'd get somebody in a car from either probably Sioux Falls or Watertown to drive out here and remediate that if we have to come on site.
And I sent everybody, and it's on our website, the 2 flyers that you can see sitting right there, you guys. So that's what, so you'll see there's a column of 2 columns. One, we would encourage it to be done.
Yeah.
But the other first column, we don't want that first column. That's on,
Like I said, you get very high priority support.
right.
Things that are not covered under it would be parts, obviously, if the systems are out of warranty. If we have to buy a part for it to fix it, you pay for that. The labor services are covered. If it's a software issue, that's covered. All of that's covered. And under warranty, it's covered by the manufacturer if there's a defect in the hardware. So we take care of all that. If there's a compromise of services, we get you remediated and get you back up and running. Again, that's covered. The one thing that's not covered is if we replace a computer or a firewall or an appliance under the program, if we replace them or we add a new one, so we add a new employee, so we got to put a new computer in. So any replacement hardware or new hardware additions, we do charge labor for that, but it's at a 50% discount from standard rates. So you do get a discount. Mileage and travel, we charge, it's a little bit of a haul here, not terrible, but we give round trip, so we give you credit on 60 miles round trip and basically an hour of time. So we give you credit, so you do get a discount on that and a discount on some labor services, but all proactive, reactive support on any issues, all the labor's covered on that. In the event we do a project border fence, did one of our engineers sit through that with you, with Jim Edmond?
I don't know.
Okay, in the event
It
you
was
want,
if you
want
want
to, if you want to sit in on that, that's included in on the program also, so we cover that, so things of that nature. Very good
What the heck
program.
is that?
What's that?
What's your
Project
border?
border fence.
That's a full network security assessment on the network here. And they go through, they deep dive, they plug an appliance in the network,
We did that, yeah.
and
But that's done.
it's a very thorough security scan that the state provides.
What does insurance cover, you said, in case?
Well, the county's got cybersecurity insurance, right? In the event there is a breach and all of your data gets lost, et cetera, cybersecurity insurance pays for lost downtime, things of that nature. Any restitutions that need to be made, things of that nature, so. Yeah.
Connected with that connecting point?
No, that's through the county's insurance, whoever you have your insurance policies with.
Well, no,
In the connecting point, your computers get from.
Yep, that's 2 trees now.
That's
Connecting
Two
point.
trees now.
Yep, that's us.
Yep.
It's been a few years, about 3, going on 3 years now. 23 is when we were acquired by 2 trees, so.
But we're looking at having to upgrade 2 computers.
Yes. We did 2 already.
Yep.
Yep.
We,
Okay,
But we're gonna have to do the sheriff's and
treasurer.
treasurer. because they're only compatible to Windows 10.
Yeah.
And we
so
have to
those-
be Windows 11.
Yeah, and that's why I kind of held off on those yet. If you go under the program, if you weren't on the program, we would charge you full mileage and travel out of Watertown round trip. And our PC installs are at $450 a pop now to get them on the network, full setup. We come here, set everything up, so it's $450 plus full mileage and travel. On the program, you get a 50% discount on labor, so then it comes out to be $225. So you do get a discount on the labor services.
And it was brought to our attention that our router is,
You're fine.
we're fine.
Yeah, he was talking about the access point. There's a ruckus access point.
Okay,
I'd have to look and see how old that is. If it's 5 years old, I'd say leave it a couple years, because that ruckus access point, we probably put that in years ago, and those are like tanks. So as
Okay.
long as it's working, the only thing is it's probably the only one in the building.
It is.
Yep.
So if that dies, you lose wireless. So, but it's a small building, right?
So with highway department,
We
they
talked-
have their own,
Yeah, we talked about that, so I've got an email. I'm gonna work with SecureSD to get Wes a quote, or we go through you.
Yeah.
SecureSD only works through auditors, so we'll get a quote built for a firewall, and we'll send it on his behalf to get a new firewall.
so what does this premium plan cost us?
That is per device, it's on the quote. Do you folks, do you have copies of these? Go ahead.
I don't think so.
Look at that.
You have to-
Yeah, go ahead. You can take that if you want. I think that's it, isn't it? Managed services?
I can make some more copies if needed.
So how much is,
It comes out to be, we're covering the firewall, the one wireless access point, one network switch in the rack, and then 9 computer systems. That comes out to be monthly fee of $596 a month. So to put that in perspective, some of the proactive work we do, we'll probably spend an hour or so just keeping things maintained and up to date throughout the month. Our rates, Dan and Will, our top engineers, are at $225 an hour. And basically your standard engineers are at $200 an hour. So that's 3 hours of work is all for the whole month. So it adds up quick if we have to come on site. You replace a computer or 2 computers, that'll almost pay for, not quite, but a little chunk of that. So what that is for that 500, we'll say $600 for what you're getting for that is proactive support, make sure your network, everything's operating at a peak performance. We're watching your security, we're making sure everything's tight and secure for you, and that's an ongoing thing we work on. And then outside of that, any services that we do that, you're calling, oh, this don't work, or that don't work, or I can't print, right? We remote in, we fix all that stuff remotely for the most cases. We can fix it. As long as the computer's running, we can connect to it through the management software. We can connect to it and do the repairs we need to do. Hardware service is pretty minimal nowadays. I mean, I've been with Connecting Point since 1988. I told the gentleman there. Years ago, computers would fail all the time. Hard drives would crash and things would have problems. But now systems are quite reliable nowadays for the hardware side of things.
I was gonna say hardware, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What do you do with, security for, you're talking their program stuff, what about our emails and?
That would that'll be on the next. That'll be the next part of the
Okay.
discussion.
That's the one I'm interested in.
So that's the one we'll talk about. So, like I say, very good solution we give you. Like it says, I know we've got over 30, so I'm gonna say between 30 and 35 counties with 2 trees are on managed services. That's almost half of the counties in the state that are using our services to maintain their networks and keep everything operating properly. So we've got a long list, a lot of people down in your area here. Just I can start naming counties off, Aurora County.
Do they know you by 2 trees or?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
they do.
Welcome to Buffalo.
It took a while for a few of them, but yeah, so, we've got, Aurora, we've got Gregory County, we've got Zebach, Stanley County,
We got Hand and then Gerald.
draw
Right here,
counties
yeah.
on it. They're doing their main
Sandburn.
infrastructure. So we've got a lot of counties just in this area here that we take care of. Hyde County, north of here, so a lot of counties. The Coddingtons of the world, the Beetle counties of the world, we've got them on our program. So we got some of the larger counties. And then we go on down to some of the smaller ones, like Buffalo, where we can actually do a very good job with your size. Sometimes, you can have one $5,000 a month managed services customer, but they're almost twice the work of 10 $500 ones, so they have a lot more fingers. I would say the reason why they're more active is because there's a lot more fingers, and when you have issues, a lot of times it's how things are being worked on within the system. So I think on the security side of things, sir, CJIS compliancy, we had a Clark County Sheriff they just signed on managed services about a month ago. But they're not doing the computer side of things, which is critical. But we got a report back from a CJIS audit, and probably 6 out of 10 of the things that they needed to mitigate would have been taken care of if they were on our Two Trees managed services. So that's one thing we're going to focus in on for your department is CJIS compliancy. And part of that also includes that security stack, that EDR and SIEM software. That will check off a couple of the boxes on any failures that you may have if you have to do a CJIS audit. Have you done one recently, or?
I have several audits that need to be completed.
Okay, so they're in the process yet, so, okay. That's part of one of the things too, there'll probably be some mitigation to it, possibly if they find that will, under managed services will help address that to you. But I don't think we need to add anything new, so it'll be more or less, might be buttoning some things up a little tighter.
Some of the audits that they have want me to do are really, I want to say, kind of not pertinent because I actually don't do that activity. We have rural county does it for us.
Okay,
We don't have the teletype here, or I don't do those background checks.
Yeah.
They do them.
okay,
Send me the results.
okay.
But I'm still listed under.
Yeah, so that's a lot of the stuff that will help take care of and make sure you're
But
secure.
rural has a different, they do not do Two Trees.
No, they don't.
No.
So
Is that on, are they using Zerker?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you remote in, do you use Zerker remote in from here?
I don't use it.
Okay. A lot of departments will remote into other agencies.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, yeah, so there's a lot of things, a lot of benefits to that. We do, it's an annual agreement with kind of an auto renew. So if you're on the program, if there's no pricing changes or anything, it'll just keep rolling. In the event there might be a pricing increase, I'll notify Deb, if it's a couple points or 5% or whatever. If there is a price increase, we'll notify it, but it should be very minimal. We used to do 3-year agreements, but what happened is those pricing 3 years ago has changed 2 times since they signed 3 years ago, and then now they get to here, it's like, whoa, that's a big jump. Oh yeah, you missed 2 pricing changes because of, so we're just kind of going an auto renewing annual contract, so it won't be as drastic. So one thing they do give me some leeway on the new program. The old program was a fixed price. That's what we sold it at. Two Trees now has set what they want you to sell it at. So for instance, on some of the devices, the switches, there's not much margin in it, so that's not discounted, but the computers are at $49 a piece. We're supposed to be selling it at $54. And the firewall is $109. I think I don't remember where I was at on that, but they did give you a discount on that, $95 or roughly.
What was that? You said the computers are 49.
Yeah.
A month or something?
Yeah. So, but they do want 40. So I am
That's
giving
included in the
Yeah.
price?
Yeah, so giving you folks my county discount internally. I took it down to as far as I could before. I haven't had a call from management yet, so I'm probably breathing on that line as far as, giving too good of a deal. But, like I say, I know budgets are really tough for counties, always have been kind of, so I try and do the best I can for you on that.
So then if you got everything's updated, but what if you gotta update again, then that price, I mean, it's $49 a month per computer that could go on in 5 years, right?
Yeah, if it doesn't change, yeah. But if
But
they're,
that wouldn't include updating if they have to be updated again.
what's that?
If they had to be updated again to a higher level, like Windows 12.
Oh, that,
Then
yeah,
it'd
that's
be a whole
where
new
we'll
story.
come out and replace the machines. You will get a 50% discount on labor though. That's a separate fee, so. And replacing a computer or a firewall or switch or whatever's on the network, there is labor fees to install those, but we're giving our managed service customers a 50% discount across the board.
So like the update, we gotta pay for the computers plus that $49.
The $49 is an ongoing monthly
That
fee.
pays for the computer.
No, that
That's the
takes,
software.
that's the support.
theirs, yeah.
That's our support to make
That's
sure-
included in our $500.
Yeah, that's all included in the
So if
500.
something happens, let's just, in one of us,
Yep.
if something's going on, we send them an email. And then when they call us, we have a little SOS, a little thing, so we can plug in, we give them a 9-digit code type thing. Then they can come in and look at our computers to be able to say,
Yeah.
this is what's wrong. We've been going back and forth a lot on the printers lately
Yeah.
and things like that, so that they can look at exactly what we're looking at. Because what how I say it is very different than they say it, very technological. Some things they do so good with
Just
it.
get on and run the
But
computer, right?
If we decided not to do that, I think what you're saying, it could take up to 3 days for you guys to call us back and we'd be charged
Full rate.
full rate to where if
Mileage, all
you
that
sign
stuff.
in on
Yeah.
this, then they expedite it and they
Yeah.
get to us right away.
And with our
And
new
that would be
software,
for highway, everybody
Yeah,
included
everybody.
in on
And that's
this.
one thing with the software too, the new software we invested in to do this, that will connect to, if Sherry calls in, say my computer's acting up, it's the Ultra server. As long as it's live within our management software, we can just go, we don't have to do the code anymore. We can just, are you at the machine? Okay, I'm gonna take a look at it quick, show me what it's doing, right? We'll do it remotely or come on site for that, but everything's done through the management portal.
And as the highway department, are you guys up and going now in regards to the new software
No, they're still working on the county software yet,
county with the, okay?
so they still gotta finish that yet. It's
Well,
close.
I know I just spent over 2 hours on the phone with Midstate remoting into my computer
So if
to
we,
get it up and,
so if we did that ourselves, if on a case by case like you are now, it would have been $400
yeah.
for that service call, one service call. So like I say, it's for what our rates are and what this is, it's a pretty good deal. And just having the peace of mind knowing that somebody's taking care of everything. Cause we don't know what you have here, right? Quote computers like, oh, what do you got? I don't know. I can't see it, right? As a salesperson. With the new program, I actually do biannual reviews too. So every 6 months, I print the list of systems they got out. We look at the age. We can, like a couple PCs. Hey, Deb, this computer's 6 years old. We need to budget for it next year. Let's look at replacing it, whichever department that is. Maybe the highway needs, or whenever that time comes up. We consult twice a year and we just go over everything and just check sheet, make sure we got everything covered. Anything new as a replacement, like your firewall. When that comes time to be end of life, it'll be a while yet, but I'll get out ahead of it a year and get you folks budget quotes.
Could sell the hardware at cost or anything? Or
What's that?
do you sell the hardware like these computers that got replaced, you sell that at a cost, or do you make money?
Well, for what kind of margins are in hardware sales nowadays? Yeah, basically cost. They're literally, it's a very, very slim market nowadays. So Yeah.
So then you'll host the backup then too, right? So let's say a tornado comes through, knocks everything out. Do you guys, or do we still continue to do the backup?
How are you doing that now?
We put it into jump drives
Okay,
every Friday and
and then
then,
go home with it?
yep,
Okay, so there I would recommend we do
Put it on the cloud.
yeah. So if we replace the treasurer's machine that's hosting Ultra.
Yeah.
I think we talked about having a separate computer. You're small enough here. I think we can just leave it at that right now.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure how long it'll be before we get the new system. But there's a very low cost backup solution, $20 a month.
okay.
I'll probably include that on that machine because I know it's the peer server. So we'll probably put an offsite backup. So right now you're just taking everything Friday, right?
Yep,
Through Thursday.
we just do it.
Happens on Thursday or Friday morning when you have a crash.
We're just gonna have tornadoes on Fridays.
And we have a crash. So mitigate backups is how much absolutely everybody 10 to 15 minutes at our company. So I would recommend it daily. A good building here. I don't think a tornado will take it, but
Right,
any type of active God or anything, or a ransomware attack. It don't have to be an active God. It could be a malicious act and compromise all of your data. Well,
That's what we hire you for though.
yeah.
well, we haven't yet. because
Well,
we-
There- There's been around.
And we'll help lessen that chance. You never say you're gonna be 100% safe.
I mean, that's like what happened to Tripp County on that
Yeah,
$825,000 deal.
yeah, I mean, we put as many roadblocks for them as we can, but if they can underneath
Right.
over, if they get in, you get in. Yeah, so that's where a lot of it is. So like I say, managed services program. Like I say, we'll just kind
Are
of,
you okay with it? We just haven't. And I think when it comes to Janice with the new computer, then with hers, I'll just take a sliver of
Yeah.
her portion and put it for everybody.
and that
So
kind of,
it
that
doesn't
kind of
all hurt
illustrates too why, you can, we're your sporting company and on what's going on. Deal with something as if we gotta sell you a new computer or it's reactive mode.
Mhm.
Something's already broke.
Anytime you're in a reactive mode, it's never fun. It's better to try and eliminate those issues ahead of time so everything keeps running. So, and we're here, if something doesn't run, we're here to give you priority support and get it taken care of as quick as possible. So, if there's any thoughts or questions or comments regarding managed services? Hopefully I described it enough, or maybe I talk too much. Sometimes I do that. But I like to at least try and get everyone informed as much as possible. And this gentleman,
But like this program, if we do this, then you'll make it how they can back up to the cloud or something.
we would add that. I mean, there's a fee for an offsite backup, but we would add that. Mhm.
So it's automatic, like.
But when we talked about it, it's an all or nothing, correct? Is this the one where we're talking about, or is that the cybersecurity where it's all or nothing?
Cybersecurity is all
Okay.
or nothing on the email side of things.
Okay.
But on the managed services, yes, we should just cover everything.
Okay.
And then, for instance, now we've got one firewall here, right?
Mhm.
You're running a modem right now, just from the internet. There's no security on that.
Ooh.
Right.
There's no security on it, so all he's relying is maybe Trend Micro. If you got it on your computer, that's it.
Whatever you guys put on it.
Yeah, so you got one software application trying to protect that computer. In the event I'm gonna submit a firewall quote to Secure SD, because he's in a separate building, they should approve, it has to be approved, but they will pay for a new firewall for the highway, similar to what you have here. Thing of it is though, on the management side of that, we're gonna end up kicking in another firewall cost for managed services. So it'd be about another $95 a month for his firewall to manage that security appliance. So keep that in mind. So that is a network device. So if you do get that, the state will pay for it. It's probably a couple $1,000, right? But if it goes on to the network, then we put that on managed services. So there probably would be an extra $95 on top of this. So keep that in mind if we do that.
So earlier you talked about the one up here. You thought it was still gonna be good for a couple of years.
That's a TC270. Yeah, a Sonic wall.
Okay.
You're fine.
Okay,
That's not even end of life yet. So that'll
okay,
at
so,
least 3, 4, 5
but
years.
that's only good for the building here.
Yes, for the
We
building
can't
here.
extend it
So
out
if
any
he-
farther.
If he adds a firewall, I mean, you can elect not to manage that firewall too. If the state pays for it, you can elect to not manage it for $95. But any issues or anything, so in 2 years, when we have to update the security license and the support from SonicWall, if that's not on managed services right now, it's a $210 fee to activate that license and then go through and just do a checkup on the firewall. But if you're on managed services, that fee's covered, so that washes out a couple months of support, right? But it's about every 2, 3 years you do that, so. But we're constantly updating it too, so if we put it in, we don't manage it, those Sonic walls, they need firmware updates. There's probably been 4 critical updates throughout the year for Sonic walls this last year. If you're not managed, you're not gonna get those, you're gonna be running all this off this old firmware update. And a lot of those firmware updates are because of security loopholes. That's why they put them out to fix those. So that's why we do the management stuff, to stay on top of that. So we'll talk about that, moving forward. So keep that in mind. Come out of your budget.
Go back to a typewriter.
Yeah, typewriter and data machines, what were they? Yeah, so yeah, I did want to make sure we cover that here in the meeting, so if we do get that, if you want it managed, it's gonna be an extra 95 on top of that
The
$586.
state will pay for the firewall.
They pay for the firewall and they pay for full on-site installation. So, and it'll enhance the security in your office. How many machines you got? A couple, 2? Okay, so it would cover those. And do you use the Ultra Highway software?
No, not yet.
Okay.
We have the ability to though. How about a
We don't have it on there
iPad?
yet.
Would that be,
No,
the
tablets,
tablets don't do anything with it? Cause that's what I was gonna ask about. Okay,
yeah, we don't do much with the tablet side of things. They're pretty much disposable. So, and iPads, Apple iOS, it's kind of hard to manage the security on those.
Okay.
So,
so I think we'd probably need a motion, cause I don't wanna sign off on all of it, so I'd like a motion for you guys to either approve it, or if you're not gonna do it, we won't need.
Well, I wanna know how the emails fit in.
Well, that's what I was gonna say, if we
That's-
close that one, then we can move
the
into
email's
the next
completely
thing.
separate. than
Right.
That's a whole
managed
separate
services.
deal.
So this is just an internal thing for our computers and.
Network.
Yeah,
Well, we're foolish if we don't monitor you, because that's a link that could get in. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
so I mean, that, to me, that's a
So if we do
no-brainer.
that and we get the firewall at that 596 plus, I think it's 95, I'll have to do my Summit High School math, that's 685, 686.
She didn't know.
so this would be,
$700 a month.
There we
this would
go.
be the managed IT, so this is, so. But I think, it would be nice if we could make a motion one way or another to,
For everything, it'd be $8,400 a year.
But I mean, if we don't, possible leak on your
Continue,
site, so I mean,
yes.
if we're gonna do this, we need to do it right.
Right.
That's why I do what I do.
I'll move.
Yeah, we had a talk with Mike Waldner at SecureSD this morning. We have every week we have on the SecureSD email, we have revolt. He actually the state is actually starting to talk about now that they want the counties and the cities to have a managed services program and provider because of the security needs. So the state, it's
It's a
getting,
risk.
yeah, it's getting close now. He says the state's actually talking, it's like, we need to get the security built up for our counties and cities. So they're actually talking about that, probably another couple of years, a year, so they're gonna start pushing it a little bit for this exact program here to have. And maybe they'll pay for some of it too, hopefully,
Imagine,
you know.
imagine.
that
I
might
did make a
happen.
motion now.
They need to make some motion to accept Two Trees Management.
700 a month.
If we add the firewall. Right now, it'll be $596.
So what do we make in motion on the 596 or the
To
700?
accept them.
Yeah, at $596 now, but keep in mind, if we add that firewall, we'll add another 95 to it.
It was senseless not to do it. That's just a leak to be able to get in. Kind of like our
I haven't
emails.
been leaked on mine, but I'll go to 596.
Well, I don't know about that. We don't get the emails.
So I was just like, mine.
Have you researched other companies too besides this one, or,
This is the one we're on. It's just been bought.
okay?
This has been Turning Point, the one we've always had.
But
They've just
been bought.
consolidated now.
Yeah,
He's asking if there's anybody else in the state that does.
He just.
yeah, there's other companies that do managed services. Mhm. We take pride, I mean, we got
So,
almost half of them in the state use us, so.
so this is basically, security
Yeah.
that you're talking about. Do you,
Cybersecurity.
Security
do you
and-
offer
And
like
maintenance.
law enforcement programs like Zurcher?
No, we don't offer
You
that.
don't offer anything
No.
And you use that because of
similar
Blue
to
County?
that?
You use that
No.
because of Blue County, Zurcher?
Yeah,
Well, Zurcher is a
Through Blue
law
County?
enforcement tracking
software,
program.
yeah.
And I don't use it because it's expensive to get into. You know,
But we'll take care of the maintenance, everything ongoing for your office, on all your systems,
sure,
your computer systems.
okay.
We'll take care of all of that for you.
What do you
So
mean by a tracking program?
it's Zerker, it's law enforcement software.
Yeah,
That he
it's
doesn't
just
use.
a software program. I didn't know if they offered something like on that order.
Doesn't track convicts or nothing.
Yeah, no, we,
It just
How many arrests
it's a-
every month?
software program that keeps track of, if I have an incident with someone's name, it keeps track of that, a file for that person, you know, all your files. Right now I just use like Excel or
Yeah.
Microsoft Word,
Just type it in.
yeah.
quick question, did you take the time to read the 28 and the 48 page legal agreements? Services guy, okay. We did that for a customer the other day and kind of went through them for a customer and just had to highlight a few things, but Two Trees had an attorney that all he does is specialize in managed services companies and writes these agreements and services guides. He does thousands of them. So they did have a attorney that specializes in this write these up, so you can interpret them best you can, so.
Probably takes any liability away from you guys if we get busted. Huh?
Yes,
Look at all those
and that's with every IT provider. Every IT provider is not gonna take the full brunt of a compromise on themselves. You know, we do the best we can. We put up as much security as possible, but it could be something as somebody clicking on a link or going to a website or bringing a flash drive in and plugging it in from somewhere else and boom, everything's infected. So there's way too many variables on that to cover it. That's why there is such a thing as cybersecurity insurance out there. If we didn't have any problems with it, we wouldn't have insurance on it that you buy, so.
So if we don't, here's my fear. You know, I always go back to the Tripp County deal with the 800. I mean, that came through as a highway department bill. I mean, it wasn't just the auditor. It was every one of the commissioners. It was the treasurer. It was everybody it got by.
We get the same email, just changed it to the format that it was showing Anderson's and Beard.
Yeah, and if we don't put that firewall on Wes's when we do this, we're opening ourselves up for that same.
We're getting so many emails, you guys. I get some that say, Dave
it's-
Larson, please
Yeah.
get a hold of me, or something like that. I think I said.
Thing with
Have
West,
Moni
his network
Johnson.
is isolated, it's not connected to here.
Right.
So it's not connected through here, but if we did a site-to-site VPN, so if you use the Ultra Highway software, we would probably have your data stored here, so it's easier to access, so you can access it. And then you'd have a VPN tunnel, which then if you would get a compromise, it could go through that VPN tunnel and hit the courthouse here. So just things to be aware of.
Right.
Now, this is a yearly lease, like if it's somebody else comes along that's better, what do you need, 30 days? to
30
cancel?
day, yeah, 30 days. And we, like I said, we've been around, Ultra's been around since 1979,
Well, how long has
Original.
Ultra been this courthouses?
yeah. And we take care of the county management software, so it's a good marriage to have your software support company up here, Ultra software within Two Trees, and then the support side of things, because everybody works under the same roof. So we've had over years and years, if it's something's going on with the Ultra software, well, Bob or Mike say, well, I don't think it's the software. Well, then our services team, they work and they can just go sit down together and work on it together, right? It's a quicker resolution, whether it's something within the network or within the software. Instead of other outside companies, well, then they gotta try and get a hold of our programming department, and this delays in services to get that way, to get things straightened out. It's quicker support and response time with our Ultra County Management software and our services department. We work really well together, and it always has been the case ever since its inception. So,
Is Norton good on my private computer? Or is that a joke?
Norton,
Yeah.
you got that 360? Is it that
Costs more,
Life
don't
Lock or something, huh?
That costs more.
Well,
Look at the base.
what kind
Yeah.
of computer do you got, Rex?
It's old, it was put together by,
Oh, it's an old one?
Yeah.
See, I had, like I said,
Some,
I
if it's
spent,
active and you pay for it every year, it's better than nothing at all.
Cause you put in a stick and then it asks if you wanna
Yep.
go through it.
Scan it, yep. So, yeah, and you keep it active, you pay for it every year? Yeah.
yeah, see, I've got a new
Automatic.
computer and it's on there, and that's where these viruses got in.
Yeah.
And it took them 2 hours to clean up my computer and get everything out.
Mhm. Yeah, not fun.
No, it wasn't.
I stepped out for a minute. Did you guys
No,
make a
no, it's
motion?
a
Did they make?
HP Windows 11, and
So,
somehow these other antiviruses got on,
mhm.
and when they click on, then they override the HP one that's there automatically, that comes with the computer.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it was not a fun morning. What did it cost me?
Zero.
Because I'm a Midstate customer, 100%.
There you go.
Did you buy it to get steak?
My computer?
Yeah.
Nope.
Cause the advertisements.
I will the next time, but this one I bought when Maria Goodman was still doing computers. It's an HP, so. Yeah, not a dime.
So are you good with some of your thoughts then?
I'll second.
Okay.
I'll handle it.
We'll take care of you. We'll take care
All
of
in
you.
favor?
Nobody's attacked us yet.
No, yet.
Yeah.
Cybersecurity is like bull riding. It's-
Southfield County's probably the last one on their list to
Yeah,
attack, but.
no, they go after everybody. It's like bull riding, it's not if you get hurt, it's when and how bad. So, kind of how
Yes,
that,
I vote.
if you heard that.
Did you ask for a vote?
Yep.
Yes, I said
You
it's
were
all
first, you're second. Yep.
second.
Nice.
All in favor?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And then
Pass.
Deb, I just need the quote signed.
Are you going to Pier tonight and tomorrow?
No, I just found out about, I was talking to Brenda, Connington County, she goes, you being Pierce, like, oh, I forgot all about that. No, I'm so busy, so yeah,
How about if I do it and then I'll just send it to you? Or you want me to do it right now? I can.
you can do that and I can scan it, so.
Okay.
Well, folks, you're in a lead company with Campbell County and Ziebach. They approved it at the meeting, so.
Okay,
No, we don't do, they have their, own. They hire their own IT team. So
They have a 10 people team in IT
So-
for there.
so back to the emails.
Yep, let's go with there. Talked about it. You want me to discuss the program a little bit, just to give you an overview?
Yes.
So the state has, it's getting dwindled down now, but they started out last fall and the summer with $7 million to bump up the security for the counties and cities. What they are providing is, the email solution is Microsoft 365 Government. So with that, you get a very secure tenant within Microsoft. And we are replacing your existing ISP emails, which have very limited security on them. Thank you. With very limited security. Not that they're bad, they have spam filters in them, right? But phishing emails, things that, viruses are gonna flow through it. With the government email solution, we stack that with a Defender Plan 2, which is Microsoft's, that's a very stout email threat protection. So it's going out, it's looking for phish emails, it's looking for infected links, attachments, anything that's viewed as a threat. It will block those and clear those out of your email before it even comes into your inbox. It also has a phishing campaign. So every month there's going to be these rogue test emails be sent out. And with that, the state DSU is making a monthly report. So if there's a high failure rate of the users that are failing those phish tests, those fake emails, there'll probably be a call from Mike and say, hey, when can we set up a county meeting to go over some cybersecurity training? So they'll monitor that and keep an eye on that. So that's just some education built into that system that they'll throw out a rogue, periodically throw out a rogue email and they'll try and spoof you. So it's a good learning experience on that, and they'll have some cybersecurity training. The pre-discovery we filled out, there's a form we filled out. That also has, are you interested in some cybersecurity training? So when they get things together, they will put those things together for the counties. So very good program. They're funding everything, so they're funding all the licensing and they're funding the full setup up until April of 2028 is the forecasted end date. So with that said, we'll have to look at budget if they don't fund it. So you folks, if we get on the program, you're gonna wanna go to your legislatures and say, hey, find us money, you know, we're Buffalo County. We want the secure email solution through Microsoft on the .gov side of things. Help us find money. So you're gonna have to pressure your legislators to see if they can continue the program after April of 2028.
How many dollars is that gonna cost them?
What's that?
The funding that they're gonna get.
That's part of it. I'll talk about that. What we're getting for the program is all the full-time county employees will get a Microsoft G3 license. It's a full feature suite. There's one higher called a G5, which includes phones. The state's providing the G3 license, fully featured 365 Office subscription. So you have all of your Office documents, OneDrive, you have Microsoft Teams for conferencing, has an endpoint protection built into it. And within the infrastructure of that G3 license, there's a lot of security tools built into it to help keep your account secure. So that's built into it. So that'll be all the full-time employees. Now you folks as commissioners would also get an email. We'd give you a G1 license, so we can put your email on your home computers or whatever, or your phone, right? And we'll set you up with your first last name, and it's gonna be at buffalo.sdcounty.gov. So everyone would have a buffalo.sdcounty.gov and its first last name. You folks, they would have the full featured because they're production on their computers.
Right.
You would have the G1. Basically, it's an email license, but you do have the new Office web apps. So if you open up a link, you can use the new 365, but it comes in a browser like Microsoft Word or Excel. It'll be in a web browser format. A little bit limited, but you can use it. So that's what the state's providing for basic email accounts. So very good solution. And if you have it on your phone, you know, if you have Outlook on your computer, you have your Mid-States, is it?
Mhm.
You have your inbox there. We can remote in, and if that's your main machine you want email on, we can go in. We just set up the Buffalo County government email account. You'll just have a separate inbox. You just go farther down the list, and then you'll have your government email. So then you can
Right.
communicate back and forth and use that secure email. So money on that, the G3 license is about 300, we're gonna say $400, and the Defender Plan 2 is about 70. So,
Per year?
yeah, so you're probably, we're gonna be looking at $450, $470. But that's the top of the line G3, top of the line Defender.
I mean, because we've got employees using their name
Yeah,
at hotmail.com.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
no. So,
Anybody can get into that.
yeah, so that's why we're doing that. And obviously, if 2028 comes and they're not gonna fund it, in 2027, I'll be going with Deb, okay, let's budget. We still wanna stay in the secure government side of things, but there are lesser plans that we can still keep the security up, but we can limit, knock that down, that price a little bit. We'll have to work within what budget allows, basically. And there are lesser plans. We maybe don't need to use Defender Plan 2, maybe we drop down to Defender Plan 1. We gotta be flexible in the event that they don't fund it. But currently, we just say, $450, $470 a year for what you'd be getting now.
But the state's covering that up until 28, May year, you said? or something?
April of 28, yep,
They're covering all that for the next 2 years.
Yep.
It's under a grant right now.
they're covered.
And so hopefully grant would come through.
It's not a grant, it's funded money.
Through the,
Yeah, it's funded through the state, through Secure SD, so.
so hopefully they do that again.
Can't say grant, I started that early, when I was new to this, I was saying grants, and Mike Walter.
So do we
called me and
need
said,
to
"No."
approve this, or is this an automatic?
I think
We actually have it approved,
Yep, it's
actually.
already done.
I
Okay,
and Deb did the pre-discovery. Did you folks send me a user list, so we have that? And then I generated quotes off the licenses and the setup. Those were submitted to Secure SD. It was approved, so now the only thing that's waiting to proceed on that is those DocuSigns.
Right.
So.
And I put on pause because I wanted you guys to hear everything go on, because there would be some changes that would go on, because you told me it's an all or nothing, right? This is where we're at.
Yes, we have to have everybody on the program. It's a
So-
very much a sticking point, but that's coming from the state's attorney's general's office, that everyone needs a .gov email that's associated with the county in one form or another.
Gee, after how many years? They're finally catching up after how many
Yep.
years?
So, but we can just go like with what Wes's emails, he's probably getting 100 or even more than that, but it's so much junk mail. And I mean,
I get 3 or
just,
4 a week that
That's-
they look like legit from Mid-State.
Yeah,
But
you gotta be careful.
I got one from you. Remember I sent it to you? It said it had Don's name on it.
When you
Yeah.
sign this
So
before the meeting.
that'll help eliminate that. There's spam filters built into the Microsoft email system, and you can tweak it, right? If for whatever reason you move over and after 3 or 6 months you start getting a lot of spam again, you call us and they'll go in and they'll tighten it up a little bit more, right? You can tighten up too much too, right? So you can strangle it to where you're getting some
good stuff.
some good emails are getting into the spam filter. You don't want, it's a balance. So, but we've done enough of them. Most of our counties already are on a Microsoft product, maybe on the commercial side, but we're moving all of them to the government through this program. So they've experienced it, and we have a ton of experience doing the Microsoft email solutions. Pretty minimal. We set up the accounts. We do a migration. A lot of it happens overnight. And then the next day, once the migrations are done, I believe we're doing this over and above the other companies. We're actually sending someone out to go around to each person and make sure the email's working properly. Do you want it on your phone? Here, I'll help you set it up on your phone. Okay, here's your email on your phone now. So we come on site afterwards, once we get the migration moved, to help just button up a few things, make sure everybody's okay
Is that
with
what the
moving
website
forward.
Okay.
Is that with the website too? Or is that a completely different?
As far as the website,
We have a
Yeah, that was gonna change SD counties.
.org, but we have that through South Dakota counties.
yes.
And
so
so we would have to change that one over, I think, as well.
That's something you work with Secure SD. They're actually funding that. So what's your website address now? What is it?
Buffalo.southdakota.sdcounties.org.
I think it's .org.
sdcounties.org is what they'll do. They'll change your website name to Buffalo .sdcounty.gov.
Right.
So your website address will be exactly the same as your user email tenant domain. And the state is funding that through Factor 360 and Peer. They're moving the change, but whoever manages your website, they still have access. All you're doing is changing the name of your website to reflect the email tenant domain, so everything's the same. So,
Containing it.
Yeah. and security, it'll definitely tighten up the security considerably within
I
that.
appreciate that because I sit on a couple boards and some of them, we have those and we come here, and our emails. I get more, I
Sheriff's
probably get
Department, how
more
many do you have?
than you
sir?
do.
How many people do you have in your office for the sheriff's department? Just yourself? Okay, so he will get an email. Some of these little larger ones that maybe have some jailers or something, they were using their home emails to send county information back and forth to this agency or that agency, which is a big no-no. So we're giving them like jailers and such, just the G1 email licenses, and then the deputies and everyone else, so.
So if we migrate over to that, how long would our current email be forwarded
Yeah.
to?
Usually about a year, we keep that on, so your old emails won't shut down. Whatever email you had for your office in the county gets forwarded to the new .gov. And then also part of the setup is we set up an auto reply on your previous email. An auto reply saying, please update my email address to reflect my new contact. It's just a short little reply saying to update their email contact to the new email address.
Okay.
And that runs for about a year. Obviously, there's some web accounts that were registered under your old email addresses. You're gonna have to go through and change those. So, which we did 2 trees about 2 years ago, which reminds me I should change my Amazon account because I'm still getting emails at grichter@connectingpoint.biz. So I'm a little lazy. I haven't changed that, but I still get them yet. So little things like that, anything that retirement. Do you have a special email for that or is?
But it's only through I think, through my account over here. So it'll
Okay,
be
so
fine.
that would be changed, to reflect your new email account. So, federal agencies, if you got email, if you got .gov, if you got to email anything on a federal or higher level, you're good. Because they will block you if you have like a hotmail.com. If you try to send an email to some of those agencies, they flat out won't even accept it.
Yeah, we have quite a time getting reports from the BIA because it's blocked.
Okay, so that'll, moving to this .gov,
Yeah.
we'll fix that.
Fix that.
And will it be smooth through Janus as well through Motor V? Does Motor V go through it at all?
No,
Okay,
not that I know. I haven't heard of anything through the Motor V side of things.
because I know she has to log in and stuff through.
Yeah.
So that would be a question I would have for her, I guess.
Or if she needs assistance, I'm sure it's a state, Motor V is a state entity, and
Right.
this program's a state entity that help you
Okay,
get it resolved. Or part of the support with managed services, we take care of, that's another bonus of the managed services program. We take care of your email accounts, your 365, under the managed services that you're paying here. The 365 side of things that you get from the state, we'll take care of on the managed services.
Okay.
So that will be eliminated, so we'll take care of the email also for you.
could we have 3, do you want a couple emails for your guys then, or? I know, but
No, Joe's not gonna use one,
As I
is he?
said,
But Wyatt would.
Yeah, Wyatt would, I'm sure. So at least 2. I mean, I'm all for it. But one of the old mid-state one's a mess.
Does Wyatt,
Disaster.
does Wyatt have a computer, dedicated computer he uses in the office?
Yeah.
So I would
Oh,
get,
that's that old one.
I would get him a G3 license, so he has the full office, the endpoint protection. If he's got
Is
it
he one of
dedicated.
the 9?
Some of those people that maybe have a general, if there's like 3 or 4 people and they don't have a computer, those where they get their, just an email license so they can log on and check their email. But if he has a machine that he uses there, I would get him a G3. So I'll have to adjust that quote. But we've got some overages, so the work orders we got for the license and setup, there's usually, so whatever X amount of dollars is, they've always added not to exceed. So if we had one more license, all I gotta do is just change the quote. We don't have to go through an approval again.
But if, let's say Wyatt just wanted to hop on your computer, can he just have a second login?
Yeah.
Right?
He would
Would
have
that-
to log in through the browser or whatever, yeah. Just go through his 365 browser if you want.
Because I don't know if your old computer,
Yeah.
it's a
What
10.
the laptop he's got, he just looks up parts and schematics on.
Yeah, it'll
he's a
work.
mechanic.
It's just email.
Yeah.
It should work.
Please.
I'd give him a G3 though, because when it comes time to replace a machine, he can get a newer one and have the G3 license because that travels with you as long as you go. And then each 365 license is, you have rights to install on up to 5 devices you use. So if you got your main computer in your office, your phone's a device, and if you have a home computer, as long as you're with the county, you can put it on your home computers. If you want to work at home and check emails and such, we can install it on up to 5 devices that that person uses. You can't share licenses between people.
We're not talking like connect my stuff,
Yeah.
like Janice and I, or you
Yeah.
might be able to.
Everyone
work
has their own 365, so everyone will have their own, but you can put down up to 5 machines. So when we're doing the migration, if you need it installed, you need to let the engineers know to do that.
Right.
So a lot of auditors will have a desktop computer plus a laptop and a phone, so they might use 3 devices to check email on.
Hey, no watch?
What's that?
No watch?
No watch?
Yeah, no watch.
Smartwatch.
Smartwatch.
Yeah,
That cracks me up, that one.
so. So on that, is there any questions on the Secure SD for Deb to sign off on those work orders? We're probably into, what is it, May already? It'll be tight before the 1st of July to get it in. I don't know if we'll get it in June. It might be
I'd rather wait till July anyhow at this point.
after July. 'Cause-
Elections.
Yeah, so, yeah.
She's a
'cause-
one-man show over there, so.
Yeah, so we've got a few coming through now. They're probably gonna be after. We're doing a huge push. We got a huge push right now. We're trying to get all those done up. I'll go through the middle of June, get those done, and then obviously 4th of July is coming up. We're gonna have half staff, right, that week because of the
Right.
4th. Just, there's not enough man hours or people hours to do any work, so it'll probably go into July. And then with our ed market too, our services will be strained of the school work that needs to be done in June, July, and August, so. But going on managed services bumps you up on the priority list, so customers, counties that are with the Secure SD but are not on managed services, they're gonna be pushed back. So you guys get pushed ahead of the line in front of them, so. Anything else for me, folks?
If you guys are okay with it, then we can,
Yeah.
So yeah, sign off on those. We'll get PDFs back of those agreements.
Okay.
And then I will send you, I'm gonna redo the quote to reflect the additional person. I don't know if we'll add that we'll need to add that to the spreadsheet, that person on that spreadsheet.
do you think you want, I mean, you could, yeah, that's up to you if you want it or not. That's
That's
additional
just for his email or that's for
Just
his
email.
computer?
email.
We can give him a G1 license too. It's just basically email and Outlook. So in his Outlook, if he has Office Outlook, he can view his email.
That would be, I don't know why you need any more than that.
Okay.
I think he's one that would probably like to look at
Yeah.
state retirement stuff
Yeah,
and
well, he
things like
does.
that, so.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm just forwarding everything, and then Wes has to print it out and give it to everybody, and
Okay, so should we just give them the G1, not the big G3 license with everything? Okay, because you'll still have Office apps, just web-based. Okay, I'll update that and send
Thanks.
that. So, okay, should be good. If that's it, then I think I can close out. I went a little over an hour here, but
you going all the way back to Aberdeen?
water.
Or Watertown?
Mhm.
Safe travels and thank you for your time.
No, thank you, folks. It was good. I've never been to Gan Valley before, so. I was talking to this gentleman here,
They
and
can give you the tour.
You had it.
You went around the block. didn't you?
I already did, sir. That's why I asked about that, because I go into a small community that I've never been to. If I got, 2 minutes here or 10 minutes at this little bigger town, I always drive through the back side of the towns just to get a quick history lesson on what's
Yep.
there. So I always go through small towns. Sometimes if I'm driving somewhere and I got time, if the town is a mile off the highway, I'll go ahead and wander through because, a lot to be learned there.
Yep.
A lot to be learned. So,
There used to be a couple, but Kenny, was there 2 banks here at one point and a couple restaurants, and how many people were here? 3? How many people were here at the beginning? Was there about 200? Okay.
so I graduated from Summit. We had about 350 back in the mid-'80s when I went to high school in Summit. Had about 350 people. And a cafe and 2 bars, of course, but we did that. And then Summit, all these towns, I
think
could
we
go
have a
up,
population of what, 10?
yeah.
We had a baby not so long ago, so.
Yeah, I could go on and on, but I'm one of those guys, I think I was born way too late. I'd love to be growing up in all these small towns back in the
Yeah,
heydays
okay.
when they're booming and successful. That would have been fun, so. But we gotta make do with what we got now, so.
Yep.
All right, anything else, folks, then?
Nope.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
appreciate
Thank you.
it, appreciate it. Thank you, sir, we'll be in touch.
Okay, moving on, public input, Sherry Kniffling.
I'm wondering if Deb has a report on early voting, voter registration or absentee voting that you've been doing over at Fort.
How about here
What do you
too?
mean?
Maybe she should report on here too. How many early voters have you had here?
We had 2 absentees that wanted to mail in. And then we're doing, just over there, we just have people that come in, and a lot of people haven't registered to vote, so they're registering to
Updating.
vote. And we had 3 voters. So,
And so do you have a board that is assisting you over there?
a board,
Yeah, an election board?
why would I need an election board?
Well, I don't know if somebody's voting.
You know, this probably isn't the venue for this, but you and I can talk about it afterwards, since I'm the auditor and I run the elections. We're at a commissioners meeting,
Well,
but you can certainly come speak to me in regards to
okay,
it.
I have a question on the legality. You are on the ballot.
Correct.
So are you present when somebody is voting?
I'm also the auditor, so I have
Well,
to do it.
I understand that you are.
Go ahead.
David?
There's no provision for there being a conflict of interest. The auditor is charged with doing it. And it's presumed that she will do it fairly.
I'm oathed in, so I said,
She's taken an oath to do it honestly. But,
And the
but there is no procedure for having her not be in charge of it.
Well, I guess if there's no procedure, but it seems to me like if I wanted to be beyond reproach, it could have been done differently.
It possibly could have been done.
Okay.
So what is your suggestion?
That someone else would be.
She's not there by herself. She's only been there one day. We've had somebody with her.
So
And
who's with her?
Raheen was with her Friday, but she's also got,
If you want to have an observer there, they can sit there and they can observe, but they have to stay out of the way and not interfere.
Kind of like our monitors, we used to have those federal monitors come down all
But so
the
you
time.
have somebody come in, but it's not the same person all the time?
I don't know, we've only been open one time. I know this next go around, Katie Schmitten is gonna be bringing some of those high school kids down, so there'll probably be a couple more in there. We've only been open the Friday.
Right.
And we've had election and today was inauguration, so there's been no time for anything.
Okay.
But she's not there by herself.
Okay.
Okay, moving on. Highway Department, West Wolf.
We got one set of fuel bids, total oil, 415 unleaded, 380 ethanol, and then dyed number 2 at 431.
I need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Just an FYI, I gotta work in Chamberlain tomorrow. And I'm gonna go over and talk to Burke Oil and see if they'll give us a bid. I mean, they come up
Asked
to,
him once, but we can't do it. It's like,
you've asked them, Rex?
yeah, a year or so ago, and he said he don't want to ruffle no feathers. It ain't that big a deal for him, basically.
Right.
He don't want it.
Well, I just thought, he comes up to our place and
Comes to my place.
and he comes to your place. I mean, it'd be nice if we could just have
Second bid.
a second
And
bid,
maybe he'll change his mind.
I thought it would be
We
worth a
used to
shot.
have- We used to have 2-3 bids.
Yeah,
We used to.
so, anyway. Okay, Wes.
Not a lot's changed, just routine maintenance. Some people forgot what it was like after it rained, I guess, so we got a few calls for getting roads get a little greasy, but we've done some spot graveling. Talked to Jeremy Thomas this morning about the rock crossing, and he said he talked to the manufacturer of that mega structure, and they're supposed to have it done at the end of this month. So I think put a little pressure on him.
And is that like that film, or is that like that film sheet, or what
It's
kind of
been
structure?
big concrete.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they got, cause
That's
the
been
crane's
so long,
already,
I forgot.
yeah, the crane's already set up to be there too, so. Cause it's, he subcontracts the crane to come off with that and set them.
Were
And
there
then,
any time limits set date?
For just what we said, November. He's got till November 1, but I don't want to use a lot of time up either. Spray truck's ready. Butler come out, did the cat. I need to check that on the back of the vouchers, that cat bill, I think is wrong. I think they were gonna just charge us for the service call. They shouldn't charge us for the parts or labor. So.
Because that was supposed to be under warranty, wasn't it, Wes?
It is under warranty, but technically said it when he was here, but I don't think they cover the trip out. So we will get the $450, but not the $1,700, the total, the part and labor.
You'll
But I'll
talk
check
to
with
them.
him.
You'll talk.
Then the tower, the new antenna is still sitting there. Brian has not come back. Arlen called and said he is looking for someone else to come climb it because
Who was supposed to do it?
Brian.
What's that company's name, you know? That's people.
Sioux Falls.
Yeah. There's only 2 businesses in the state that'll climb these towers right now. Brian's one of them, and he won't do it, obviously, unless the wind's down, but his thing is he's an older gentleman, and he wants a guy to come with him on the weekends that does it. But now he's not answering texts or nothing, so. There's like 5 towers in this area that he's supposed to work.
We try to hang on to the very end, don't we?
Yeah.
The check is cut and ready to come to us as soon as,
From the insurance company. they're
yeah,
working on
so
it too.
they called and they wanted to send me the check and we said, let's just wait until it's completed, just in case it's never completed.
I might have to find somebody in another state.
Yeah, I'm afraid what they charge to travel with
Was
that.
that
Well, we wanna
the
keep
next
it-
closest or something?
So how are you dealing with stuff right now
It's
without the
different.
tower?
Cell phones, and if we're close enough to each other, we can go radio to radio. And like the
Are
fire
you using that
department,
are you using that system that Midstate supplied you guys with? Remember the one that you wanted, they didn't no longer used? For your radios in between you guys, cell phone?
I never had that.
Are you not on the fire department?
Oh, I thought you meant for the highway
Yeah, well,
department.
that too, because
fire-
could you use that too? I mean, I thought that was what we were talking about.
The fire
Tower.
department's never had that. We have, You're thinking of the,
Party line kind of.
alert, no,
Well,
the
the
alert
one that-
sense.
The one that, the 911 or whatever it is.
Yeah, we have been using that with the fire department, yeah. But that just sends out, so like, if dispatch, obviously not ours, but like, if Huron or Arlington does it.
I am responding.
I am responding, there you go. Or I'm sitting at a fire, I'm the first person there, I can hit it where I'm at, and I'll send it to all the guys, Wayne, the fire department, and they can go right there.
Is
It's
this the
handy.
system that you still maintain? Because remember when he was here, you guys wanted some kind of system and we were the only one and they were gonna shut down?
Well, that's mid-states, the fire.
Right,
So if you
yeah.
call the fire department's number,
Okay,
then that goes to all the members that are on the fire department.
293, whatever it is.
322.
I don't even know what it is. So it's not hooked up to 911 yet?
323.
It's not hooked up to
I know
911.
we had a 323.
No, so like, if someone calls 911 and it goes to Fort, if Fort wants that, they call the fire hall and that goes out to all of us until it quits working, and it could quit working tomorrow. They said they're
Yeah,
not
remember?
actively keeping
Yeah.
going.
I remember that.
So
We never got anything after that.
was it last week? We did a test just to make sure it was still working, and it's still working, because we're not even sure
Because
they're
I
gonna
remember,
notify.
well, it was like a year or so ago.
Yeah,
Because it was supposed to be anytime after February, they were gonna pull the plug, because
Okay.
Midstate don't provide it, it's another company that
Yeah.
does. But we're kind of running on, pretty
I hear you.
nice right now on communications, but
So who do you call now to get Arlen to alert everybody?
Arlen,
Just kidding.
or one of us can do it. But someone's got to stop and input that into that, I am responding.
Well, wasn't there, he offered us something different though, that would go on your phones.
That's I am responding, that's what we're using, but still,
Somebody
that
has to
eventually, when we have
initiate
dispatch will have that, and they'll automatically, whatever they
it. Okay.
get in, they'll shoot that out to us instead of one of us having to figure it out before we go.
okay.
Otherwise, the equipment's in good order, and we got the mower ready, the spray truck ready, and legal touch on the spraying, so I think we're ready at the game.
Okay, thank you, Wes.
I have a couple questions.
Shoot,
How did that get there? And when did we put that there? Because that road is not ended.
that would have been when the sign guys, before I come working here, we never put that sign up.
Well, I never seen it, so I was going by there and I broke my glasses. That road, even if you pull it up on our dirt road, it's on there. So somebody put a dead end road there.
Whose road is it?
Carlson's,
Whose?
Carlson's road, ain't it?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's the farthest north one we got going.
Yeah, go up there to where clients have that place.
And that road goes all the way around, comes up by the old historic cemeteries up there, behind those, where, Mickey Keeble.
Is that the one you got the phone
Come
call
down by
on
me.
the other day?
That's the one down here.
Okay.
So I'd like to find out
The
how,
state came through and did all that.
but it's not a closed
Well,
road
who
yet.
was here before? Tanner was here.
Well, it's not a
Tanner
closed
came and
road.
talked
I
about
want
it.
it taken down. That's not road.
Roll it. Yeah, I don't know why it would,
Yeah.
you know, we took out and swapped 2 signs. What were they, Rex? They said road,
Well, there was
Road
one up by
closed.
me that said, pavement ends, remember, and the pavement end like 2 miles
Yeah.
behind there. I mean, that's how updated those signs were, you know? So, but that is not a dead end. And
No,
that's
we-
been there for a while, she
we
told me.
pulled in 2 signs out here by Archie's and changed them to minimum maintenance instead of road closed. Otherwise, that's all we've replaced some that got ran over by cars, but never changed them.
Because if we're gonna change it, it takes a motion by us to change it.
But-
When
It's
you
our
go up to
dirt
get
road.
part of
Where
that road that
where the
comes down
DOT
through there,
did
that's on the
that?
road.
Right.
The state did it?
Well, they would have, no, because our road plan shows it's a road. It's one of our
But they
roads.
came through, remember, because we had a
Yes.
phone conversation, because they were putting, or like where Lloyd Looters is at, to go down there. They had 55 miles an hour, and you guys had probably said maybe we should,
Well, it's
put that
55
down a
miles
little
an
bit,
hour In
but-
front of my house too, that's
Right.
what I was thinking.
so. But that was a DOT thing. That was-
They've
Right.
they've no authority, that is not a DOT road, that is our county road.
They
I could understand why they do that over there by Lloyd's, maybe if it's a state highway, but this is not, this is our road.
We can pull it, I mean, if that's what you guys want. I didn't put it there, so.
Well, our maps don't indicate it's a
Correct.
closed road.
Put it up as a minimum maintenance, is
Well,
that,
even where that sign is, it shouldn't even be that.
oh,
The sign should
really?
be way up in there. That's right up the highway, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right, that's how I seen it, it's right there by the stop sign,
Okay,
Cause yeah, it's 2.5, 3 miles up to
at
the,
least
where it gets kind of
kind of that
sketchy.
slew, and then you kind of
You have
angle on
extra
it.
signs?
Oh, God. Yeah, I don't know
Said
if
were
they mean
keeping it
spec
all,
though,
Yeah,
but there's really nothing that needs to even be there. In theory,
There
not
there
there.
is nothing that's
Farther
supposed
up
to be.
in there, you can go
And if
minimum
there is, then we
maintenance.
need to change our county road policy, because that county, that's our road.
okay.
Thank you.
We'll get it wiped out of there.
And what about gravel? You said something about gravel last time.
Yeah, we're gonna start.
So like maybe next month or this month, or, I mean, just give me an idea.
Well,
Because
it depends
it's
what this-
dirty, jeez,
What the weather
dustier
does.
in hell out there.
If the weather allows, we're gonna get spraying here, so it'll be a little shorter, but probably next month, well, or the end of this month. There'll be roughly 50 loads going over there,
Have you gone up past my road yet?
past your road,
Yeah. We had a bunch of,
bladed
electric.
yesterday.
Okay, so was it all right? Because we had maintenance trucks on there. Kind of pissed me off. Didn't even have warning signs or anything out there.
I turned around before I got to, is there anything up past, I went. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine, I was gonna say, I went to where you turn to the farm, then come back out there, but yeah, it looked like it held up.
Where is your farm?
Well, there's 2 different places over there that take care of.
Okay, so you take care of it because you don't have electricity in either one of those places, do you?
No, Bill Martin place, there's electricity there.
Why not? But not in your name.
No.
No, the only thing that's in your name is here in Gan Valley. And the sheriff went out and obscured the other one that was in District 2, peeking in windows, and he got off the commission because he had no electricity. So that's kind of interesting.
Okay, move on. Weed and pest, Lee.
Okay. The major thing we got going on right now is the spraying. Spray truck's ready to go. Bill's looking at coming on the 18th, but we've agreed that we can go. There has been no changes to the spray rig, so he'll stop anyway and look it over. If we got any questions, we can give him a call. The biggest thing right now is Wyatt has taken his test. He's certified commercial applicator. So when working with Brenda, for his seasonal labor can be used, we can use grant money for seasonal labor. So the first thing we need to decide is what we're going to pay him. And I think we've already decided internally on how to pay him so that it qualifies for the grant, because you got to show hours sprayed, time and the rate. And that way we can use grant money to pay for those spray hours. So it's not just contractual labor that qualifies for the grant, it's seasonal as well.
So that's gotta be separate and then the state will cover it, but didn't we set the wage if he
We
got
already
his
did.
license or something?
My question to him was also that, I know you guys are back on 4-day work weeks, right? Let's say Tuesday or Wednesdays are pretty damn good days to
He
spray
can check out
and go into
as
seasonal.
a highway department and check in as a sprayer, because that spraying is gonna be dependent upon weather.
Right.
He'll have 2 time cards.
Well, and not only that, but let's say, and so he could get his full 40 hours for that week, he could come in on a Friday.
And
You
he's
know what I'm
willing. He
Yeah.
said he'd come in on a Sunday if the
Yeah,
weather
well,
worked.
that's what I want to get across, because at one point, everybody was kind of, but
so,
now that we know we can spray him, I like that idea though.
so we said, we kind of talked about it this morning. For sure, 32 hours should be done at the highway, because that would meet our qualifications for benefits.
Right,
But if he was, let's say 32 hours he did highway, and then he wanted to do 10 hours of the weeds, we're not gonna pay for overtime,
no,
because it would be
Right.
but he could do that any day of the week, as long as he meets that 32 hours. And then we'll just, I think it was discussed, maybe we wanted to bump him up to 35, so, because he did get his, whatever that's licensing
Right.
and everything else. And so that would be a decision of you guys on how much you
But
want
he'll
to pay.
actually have 2 separate time cards.
Yes.
Correct,
One for the weeds and one for the county department.
but it will be paid through payroll.
Right,
Right.
right. And then we can get it reimbursed through the grant
Yep,
for the seasonal work.
correct.
Okay.
And you're right.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Do they say set a wage that they'll grant for, or
No,
just whatever?
Just a
It's the
up to
rate,
dollar
yep,
amount, right?
yep, yep.
Pay 50%.
And these two kind of talked about that this morning. Should it be 30? Should it be 40? Should it be this? And they kind of came up with the 35 because then if he does a great job, maybe he'll want next year
Yeah,
40
we have-
or
We have
so.
Lloyd at 40, and he knows that,
Right.
obviously.
Yeah.
But
So. But that would be, you guys would have to
Mhm.
make a motion on that.
we were kind of in a
So-
panic mode last year to just get some.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
just to
right.
get somebody out. And we've got somebody and he's licensed.
And we didn't have to pay somebody to come in at their time.
Yeah.
And I like that idea.
So-
And then the ad's been in the newspaper in regards to,
Yeah, I gotta check on, it's been in, so,
so if somebody does not want to spray, they should probably let Lee know. I know you had that last time,
Yes.
Ellen, so. They just put it in writing, give it to Lee, and then we tell Wyatt not to spray, so.
Mhm.
Because after this week, we want to get going, especially with that E2.
Yep.
I mean, there's thistles are starting to bud already
Yeah.
too, but
Ours keep freezing.
tonight.
It was 83 the other day.
It was 26 this morning.
And were you did the calibration come through for,
It doesn't need to be calibrated, but he's gonna stop anyway.
just check up on it.
Yep.
So I need a motion on a wage for Wyatt. And what you guys think
During spring.
during spring.
Right.
Sorry,
What was that number that we got? We did talk about one. on
35.
that.
35.
And I thought we didn't set it then.
No,
And then he can work like on a Monday and then
Yeah.
make up his regular job.
right.
Or evenings, he could go out and spray.
he said he would even be willing to do it Sundays or
Yeah.
things like that, as long as it's a calm day.
Yeah, it's all dependent upon the weather.
Conditions. I'll move.
Okay, all right. Danita made a motion to set the wage for Wyatt at $35 an hour
Spring,
for spraying.
seasonal spring. Should
Yeah.
put seasonal.
Exactly.
Seasonal spray. And Rex seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passed. Thank you.
We got all our spray, everything ready then?
Yep,
Yep, and we're gonna make another order too, so
All right.
we'll have plenty.
Did we ever figure out what we were getting?
Did we figure out what?
What we were getting this year?
Oh, the grant that we're on right now that I have to turn in by May 20 is 7,600.
That was our one for last year.
And I think it
right?
was just over that for the next season.
Thank you.
okay.
And what kind of spray are you using? You guys talked about that.
Toward on 240, toward on 240.
And then just a surfactant. It covers the surfactant too, right?
Okay, anything else?
No.
Okay, Deb?
There were 0 hospitalizations for the month. So that one was good. Treasurer, the auditor report, I sent that and it's also on our website.
Yep,
It matched and so everything's good to go on that one. I also on the Register of Deeds, that's on our website as well. So that, I think we had $152.
okay,
So,
okay.
but then on D is that Governor
Rodents
Roden's
Letter,
letter, and I think you guys probably want, I don't know if anybody's taken the time to read it, but I know that there was
I read it.
yesterday, there was a big to do in here in regards to it. Did anybody listen to that
No, I didn't.
yesterday for, okay.
I was listening to the hearing.
Okay, so, I don't know enough about, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know enough about it to even discuss it. I don't know if Dave's seen it either, but I think it's like a percentage would come to Buffalo County.
Which one is sales tax?
It'd be for the count for the state, not federal, but state.
Right,
State
but it
sales.
comes into, from what I have been able to tell, it's up to us as commissioners to decide if we want to raise our county sales tax by 0.5%. Well, what's that gonna do? We got one business. It ain't gonna amount to a hill of beans. Now Chamberlain is kind of in a dilemma, because if they do it, what it's gonna do to farm machinery and stuff like that is a huge. CMB will close their doors. Because on a combine, they're talking $50,000 to $70,000 extra. So they haven't decided yet what they're gonna do. I talked to Don DeBoer the other day, and they're real torn. This is, and I talked to Liz May who is a legislator, and she said it's basically the I-29 corridor that wanted this passed. That's where the benefit's gonna be.
Tours.
Huh?
Figured I'll get it on the
Sioux
tours.
Falls, Lincoln County, Minnehaha. So,
Don't pertain to us.
no, it's got nothing to do
We
with
would
us.
probably get some revenue from it though, wouldn't we? It'd have to be broke out
No,
evenly.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to research it.
from what I've been able to see and research, it's county by county.
Right, so when we were hearing about it yesterday, it sounded like it would kind of be like the M&P, all those other funds. So you're right, Minnehaha would get a lot more, but you would put it all into a pool and you would get your little slice of the pie. Whatever that means, I don't know. I haven't,
Very little.
I wasn't able to go to any of the legislative stuff, so I just don't know enough about
I
it.
will research it for your next meeting.
Well, we have to have it done before I think when's it have to be?
Well, it says it's available after July 1.
Yeah,
Okay. So I wasn't sure if we had to, I guess like I said, don't know.
it's, yeah. Because Liz is she's down at Kyle in that area, and it's the same boat for them. She said it's not gonna do them any good.
Okay, this says the county association webinar, the
In May.
head of revenue will be on there to explain it.
When's that?
Hmm.
The webinar for the county association
Well-
in May was gonna.
Well,
Well,
the theory is you could cut your property tax and replace it with sales tax.
Right,
And I don't know if that's a direct correlation. I don't know if you can cut your property tax and make up for it or not.
And sales tax.
I don't, yeah.
Well, that one guy said was tours, so he's gonna get the tours.
you're right.
Yeah,
Nail them for everything, then we're
well, you
gonna,
don't get a lot of that either.
not here. Now, like, and this don't, like Lynn's store over there, is there sales tax collected there or
Goes to the tribe. Tribe's got an agreement with the state
everything?
Mhm.
within the tribal boundaries.
I pay tax there.
Right,
You too?
but it goes to the tribe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
So do you pay sales tax, Kenny? On any of your sales? What do you think? I mean, if you get 2% off of all
Yeah.
the stuff,
Are you
could you
for
carry
this,
the
Kenny?
load? Could you carry the load? Just asking.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Okay, 26, 27 uniform alcoholic
Yep.
beverage license applicants.
So we already signed off on Kenny, so I have all three of them right there, Don, for you to sign. But I need approval for Shelby's and Lynn's.
You got the resolution.
Got it.
Check.
Yep,
We don't need resolutions any longer.
I move.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Is there any reason we need to go into executive session? Upcoming meetings, we've got,
June 17th and 18th in Pier.
okay. That's highway. Deb, you're gone tomorrow?
I'm gonna have to cancel, I just don't have enough.
Okay.
So I canceled the room and everything else.
Okay.
I will not be attending.
Next Wednesday, we have the District 3 meeting here in Gan Valley at the Fire Hall,
Southeast Central.
or
Okay,
Southeast
I was gonna
Central,
say,
excuse me.
Gee.
Southeast Central.
We did that last time, and I know you weren't here for that one, but it's kind of neat. We had
set up tables in here and it was
I know.
plenty full.
And I'm sorry that I wasn't here. I think I was on state. But you know what? I want to thank you guys. 25 years and somebody finally took the initiative. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Thank
make
you.
a bunch of chili this time.
No, so we are having it at the fire hall, and we're gonna open it up at 12:30. And this is just for the people that are on that list, so it isn't for community or anything else, it's just
Yeah, it's
for,
all the commissioners and auditors,
treasurers,
treasurers,
highway.
highway, to come in. You've got Wendy Semler coming to speak and
Tamara
Tamara
Grove.
Grove
Yep.
is coming to speak. And then generally we break off, and each have their own, the commissioners, the treasurers and all, have a little short meeting.
Right, and we all got together, all of us in here, and we kind of got it figured out on tables, because right afterwards, all the tables have to be put back away and the chairs ready to go to Matt Zinke for a wedding,
Oh,
so
for that wedding.
we'll kind of take care of everything and get that ready to
Mm-hmm.
go. But so if somebody comes to come vote, or if they come to see Janice, we'll just break off real quick, go do that, and we'll put a sign out saying, come
Mhm.
find us, so.
Going back to the other issue, the sales tax versus property tax, what the computer is telling me is this county will get virtually no benefit.
Right.
Is that AI telling you that?
How it works is the sales tax you collect has to be applied to offset the taxes on owner-occupied residences.
Oh, just the residents.
Mhm.
So if you didn't collect enough to cover the reduced property, you're just,
You only get to reduce the property tax by what you collect in sales tax.
oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So it might not be real good there either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It certainly isn't gonna help Buffalo County.
No. So anyway, just a reminder, Rex and Danita,
What day
Wes.
was
I'm
that?
trying.
12:30,
I'm trying.
What day?
Wednesday.
Next.
Yep, next
And then
Wednesday, the
if-
13th.
If you guys would just say a welcome, I think you did that the last time, Dawn,
Yeah.
just a welcome and.
Okay, I'll be here half hour late.
We wouldn't expect you to be on time.
And then I think there's a training that you have, right? I have DOE
Yeah,
training on there.
well, tomorrow is some deed, some things for the DOE, and that's all day, but that's virtual.
Mm.
And then the 15th, I think I mentioned that last time, that's virtual.
Right,
And then the 3rd, 4th, and 5th is the conference. That's in Sioux Falls
of July,
of June.
June.
Right after lunch.
Mhm. So did we not do an approval for these?
I think
did.
so.
These are already approved, so we don't have to do
Just a
anything
reminder,
else.
We just like people to know where you're at.
Right,
And Memorial Day, we'll have the 25th off.
right. So, I need a motion to approve the vouchers. I
I think it's in here.
I think it's in there, Rex.
Yeah, I already got a copy.
And Wes is gonna check into the cat
Yeah.
one.
How much more are we paying in electricity?
Electricity?
Did it go up a lot? I know.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, I think for just the courthouse right here, didn't it show about 400?
I was trying to think of what we paid before, maybe
300, 350.
I mean, our own
Maybe
at home
about
went,
Those space heaters take a lot of electricity.
How much, Don? About $50 a month?
100 or better.
Over
I think mine went up 100.
Did you look at your demand charge on that for Sherry? Yeah. Demand charges were, I think I got like $14, $15 on that one alone.
But I don't have electric water heater.
That isn't the demand charge is what you have that's above beyond everything. Everybody's got a demand charge. Before they used to have it on our bills, remember, but we never charged it. And now, starting in January, they started, so whatever that demand charge, you never paid before, but you pay for it now.
Well,
Yeah, last month was $800.
1 meter.
Yeah, I got,
I got two and I'd be over 400.
Did you ever get on the portal, or you can get into the portal and it'll help you see what you do every month or every day?
Yeah, tried it, didn't get there.
Well, come over to Fort because they were over there last school board when we had our parent involvement. We probably got about 20 of them put on there. He says,
oh, do we
tells
need
you
to
how
talk
you
about
check
that
your demand
insurance or
charge
not
too.
worry about it?
No, I
I
tried.
What's going on with
I
you?
got 5
We'll
do it
just-
like
it's
this.
only you right now, so.
Well, I mean about paying
Like
it
my
at a different
password,
time.
didn't like
I
my
think we already
number.
did that a long time ago. We said
Okay.
any of those type of things we could pay. I think we did that
Mhm.
years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago.
You know, yesterday when I was talking to her, I asked her about, she asked me if it was paid by check or ACH.
I'd love to do ACH, but we're not quite there yet.
Okay.
So, so what we're talking about here, you guys, is that, Wellmark is one, so it goes by month, but their month is like at the 15th. So, but we don't pay bills on that until the end of the month because that's when we do payroll. So they're getting a little bit more forceful in regarding to, they're wanting their bill right away. So they wanted, they said, can you do an ACH? Can you send it earlier? Can you do that? So a long time ago, as commissioners, you guys have said if there's a regular bill that comes through, like utilities or
Right,
something that comes like, that you would be willing to let me do it
Pay
a
it
little bit
with-
earlier.
yeah.
So I think I would like to just, that Wellmark, I should probably do earlier.
With
just
the
so that-
mail, it's not getting there in time and it's shutting off our insurance.
So,
Damn, no.
so it's just, and they've called me 4 or 5 times a day as it come, and so I don't. So I think I'll just do it earlier. When I do transmittals, I'll just pay that earlier.
Is there any others that you pay early like that?
Well, the transmittals,
No, I meant membership.
For benefit
Yeah, no,
purposes.
I'm early. Remember you said because we do it every month, how you explain
Right.
it. So-
I'll have to figure out with Two Trees on how to do it earlier would probably be the bigger issue because it's all connected with payroll. So I'm not sure how to do that. So, but it's causing some issues because they'll cancel it And they won't let you come get your meds or do anything else. It just,
Kind of like,
it's
Yeah, I found that out yesterday.
kind of like when they cancel me.
Yeah, yesterday I went to get my
I know, for
medicine and
you.
I couldn't get it.
so, and we sent that check.
Huh?
You can't ACH it because it's tied to payroll, because audited.
Yeah.
We haven't approved any ACHs yet because, that was wanted, like, when I first got here, people were wanting ACH or direct deposit or those type of things, and that was a hard no for across the board. So,
We got people that don't have checking accounts.
No, but I mean, for the county to pay Wellmark, you can't ACH it because it's tied to payroll, they won't let you do that.
I don't know.
well, to do it early, it's hard for me to do that because it's tied through our
That's what I'm saying.
Ultra
So you can't
program,
do that.
correct.
Right.
Correct. So
Should be
whether
able
it's
to
an
set it
ACH or I could call and do it over the phone, but it's just a situation where it's almost 2 weeks late and they're wanting it 1 week late and we just don't have that. The window just isn't fitting for our payroll. Most people have 2 payrolls a month.
You have a credit card, right?
Can't put that on credit card
Can't
though.
put that on.
Nope, I tried that one too. And so, probably the best thing to do would be is if we did 2 payrolls per
We'll
month.
Just change it to the 15th, do one.
Right. So, but that would change just a little bit for everybody involved in regards to it. And so,
Well, it wouldn't get us in trouble like Pennington. Remember Pennington did? I don't remember what that was, but their bill was more than those guys.
so we'll just make it work for right now. And if we want to change something, we can.
Yeah.
Can't get them to change their billing cycle so that it
No.
falls,
No.
you know.
Try that too. No.
They want your
Blue Cross
they
Blue
want your
Shield is-
business,
Well, when you have
think
less
they
than
could
10 employees.
work with change
Yeah.
your
Yeah,
billing cycle.
that's part of the bigger
Yeah.
problem is there's
We
10
have
or
not
less
enough
employees, so we're kind of at the bottom of the barrel of wanting to, so.
I need a motion to approve the vouchers.
I'll move.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
I know, a couple different
So the next commissioner meeting is Thursday,
Can't you change
June
your
4th,
billing
because it'll be
cycle?
after
Yeah, they've got
elections.
like 2, they might have 2 different billing
And that, we'll also have canvassing on that day.
Right.
So we'll start the meeting and then we'll do the canvassing and then we'll go.
Yeah.
And we've done that
Do we
every,
want to start earlier or start at one?
that's up to you guys as commissioners.
Do we have a lot on the agenda?
Not at this point.
Yeah, I know. So whatever.
I need a motion to adjourn.
So sometimes you get lazy.
All in favor?
I-
Opposed, same sign. Motion to adjourn. Thanks, everybody.
I asked Dave. He finally understood.
And nothing, right?
Yeah, it's